Hi everybody, my name is Rupa, working as assistant professor in J. Abdul Engineering College. Now we are dealing the subject Power Electronic Controllers and Drives. This is for JNTU Kakinada Triple students, third year, second sem. And today's lecture is Unit 2, Problems. So until now we have discussed the problems regarding the fully, and see here, two problems are over. This is the third problem. So we have to use the data which is used in first two problems. First two problems given data should be used for solving this third problem. Okay, so in third problem they have asked only some questions. We have to take the data in first problem and solve the third problem. So for the motor of example 3.1, we have to calculate the speed and torque on the boundary between the continuous and discontinuous conduction for alpha is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, so they have given the alpha value, firing angle alpha value, they find the angle at 60 degrees, alpha is equal to 60 degrees for the thyristor. And for the discontinuous and continuous mode, what is the boundary? Okay, at that boundary, we have to find out the speed and torque. Okay, so the speed and torque should be found on the boundary between the continuous and discontinuous modes. Right? So for here, for this, we have to find out the speed omega m. See here, the data once we will see in first problem. This is the second problem. This is the first problem data. A 220 volts, 1500 RPM, 11.6 is the current, speed is N1 is 1500 RPM, the voltage is 220 volts. It is a separately excited motor and it is controlled by a single phase fully controlled rectifier. Okay, single phase fully controlled rectifier with an AC source voltage of 230 volts, 50 hertz. AC source voltage is of 230 volts and 50 hertz frequency. Right? So the inductance here used is to ensure that there is a continuous conduction mode. So when enough inductance filter is used. Okay, so for continuous conduction mode, for ensuring of continuous conduction mode, we are using the inductance filter when the torque will be greater than 25% of rated torque. Okay, and the armature resistance is given as 2 ohms. Okay, armature resistance is also given as 2 ohms. Now we have to find out the speed and torques at the boundaries of continuous and discontinuous modes at alpha is equal to 60 degrees. Right? So see here, for that first we have to find out the formula, find out the value of omega m speed. Okay, so speed is equal to 2 into 35.65 is Vm by Z value and divided by K value 1.25. Okay, and sine alpha minus C, this is the formula. I will show you the formula, omega m formula. This one. This one is the omega m formula. What we have to substitute now, all the values. Okay, Vm by K, cos alpha minus cos beta by beta minus alpha minus pi r3 by K square beta minus alpha into Ta. Okay, so here we are getting see here sine of alpha minus beta plus 1 plus expression of this formula we have to apply. If you apply this formula, you will see that omega mc will be equal to 51.3 radians per second. So if you want to convert into RPM, we have to convert this from radians per second to RPM. 2 pi by 60. See here, 2 pi by 60, if you make it, you will get RPM. Okay, next. From equation 3.25, it is valid only when alpha is greater than gamma. Okay, so we should check this condition whether alpha 60 degrees given is greater than gamma or not. We have to check. So first we have to find out the gamma value. So gamma value is sine inverse E by Vs root Vs. Vs is 230 root 2. Okay, so sine inverse 230 E by 230 root 2. E here we are finding out from actually omega mc is equal to E by K. Okay, so from that E is equal to K into omega mc. So K into 1.25 into omega mc is we have find out that 51.3. So 1.25 into 51.3, it becomes 64.1 volts. So from this we have to find out the gamma value. So gamma is sine inverse 64.1 E by Vs, that is 230 into root 2, that is equal to 11.4. So when compared to alpha, gamma is 11.4 only. So it is less. So alpha is only greater than gamma. So alpha is greater than gamma. So from the equation 3.21, I have shown you the equations 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 6 in before problems. So from equation 3.21, you can refer the notes. From here you will get torque TA is equal to 24.6 newtons per meter. Okay, so omega is equal to 2 into Vs by pi into K cos alpha minus 2 by K square into T. It is the formula. So from here you will get the remaining all terms are known for us. So if you substitute the values of known terms here, you will get the value of TA. Okay, so finally TA becomes 24.6 newtons per meter. This is the third problem. Next. See, this is the continuation and this is other model of first problem only. See here, for the converter motor system of example 3.1, first problem, data given by using the given data of the first problem, calculate the firing angles for the following points. So firstly, they have given the firing angles alpha and they are keeping one inductance to ensure the continuous conduction mode. Okay, so they are ensuring that inductance is connected to get the continuous conduction mode. Now they are giving directly the torque and the speed values omega m and t are given. From that you have to find the alpha value. Reverse you have to find out in this fourth problem. So in fourth problem 3 bits are given. First for TA is equal to 30 newtons per meter and second N is given as 424 RPM. Second bit TA is 32 newtons per meter and N is given in minus 1178 RPM. Third one is normal as same as first bit. T is equal to 20 and speed is 733. Okay, so where N is the speed in RPM and given inductance will be equal to 28.36 millihenries. So you have to convert that milli also into normal henries into 10 power minus 3. Okay, so solution, you will see the solution for 1, 2, 3. First, we have to find out the normal basic calculations, what we have to do. After that, we will go for bits 1, 2, 3. Okay, so see here. From before examples 3.1 and 3.2, first two sums. Starting E is given at 1500 RPM. Okay, so sorry, E at 1500 RPM. That means E at 1500 RPM means E is equal to N2 is equal to 1500 and N1 is equal to 1500. into 196E. I will show you how it becomes 196. See here. At first bit, the firing angle is given at 1000 RPM and N1 is 1500. So N2 by N1 into 196 is equal to, sorry, this one, this E, not this one, this E. 220 minus, here 220 minus IA into RAE. You get 196.8 volts. Okay, so this, remember, 196.8 volts. This is used in our problem. So here E is E at 1500 RPM. At 1500 RPM, in the given problem, they gave 1500 RPM, 220 volts, 11.6 current. Okay, and RA is 2. From those data, we are getting E at 1500 as 196.8, and K also we found that K is 1.25 and omega is 100 pi radians per second. Vm by Z is 35.6 and xi is 1.35 or 77.35. From this, cot phi is 0.22 xi. Okay, so these all values we have found in first problem. Okay, so if you go to the first problem in the previous classes, you will know about these values. These are already previously obtained values. Okay, now we have to calculate the alpha value. So before calculating the alpha value, we have to first identify which mode it is operating. Okay, this rectifier will be operating in which mode, we have to find out. So we have to find out this mode by equations. This can be found from figure 3.15. So see, in previous classes, if you see the figure, you will know 3.15. And from equations, this is 49th equation and this is 50th equation. So from these two equations, we will get omega max and omega ms and TAS as omega ms is equal to pi k omega m by 2 Vm. So if you substitute this, see here, pi k is pi k by 2 Vm. Omega m can be written as pi n by 30 again. Okay, so total it becomes 60 Vm, pi square k into n. Okay, so see here, pi square into k is 1.25 from here. And n you don't know, so keep it as is. N you know 1500 RPM, you have to substitute that. And also keep that 1500 RPM by 60. 2 into 30 becomes 60 into Vm. Vm is equal to nothing but Vm is given as 230, but you have to take a peak values 230 root 2. That is becoming 6.32 10 power minus 4 newtons. So here, sorry, we have to substitute the n value. Wait, don't keep 1500. We have to put the n value for each bits. For 1, 2, 3 bits, you have to keep the n value. For first bit, you have to keep this n value as 424. For second bit, minus 1178. Like that, you have to substitute this n value. Don't substitute 1500. If you substitute 1500, you will get the basic omega ms. Okay, so better keep n like that. And for each bit, you will substitute the n value as 424 minus 1178 like that. So finally, omega ms is equal to 6.32 10 power minus 4 capital N. And same wise, calculate the torque here. So torque is equal to pi RA TA by 2 VMK. Okay, so for every bit you have to substitute the value of TA. So keep TA like that only here also. TA. Okay, remaining values you substitute. Pi into RA. RA is given as 2 ohms. So pi into 2 divided by 2 into Vm. Vm is 230 into root 2 and k is 1.25. So if you substitute, you will get 7.73 into 10 power minus 3 Ta. Okay, keep them as is. Okay, now we have to substitute the, see here, for the foregoing points, the normalized value, we are normalizing these values like this. T is 0.23 and omega is 0.27. First bit, second bit is this one, third bit. Okay, so now substitute the values of n and Ta in each bit. Now you will get the alpha. So from equation, see here, if you see the figure 3.15, before classes I showed you, it shows that points 1 and 2 lie on the right of the boundary between the, so these will be lying on the boundaries. Boundary means between continuous and discontinuous boundary. Okay, so for psi value of 1.35, see here 1.35. Okay, so if you consider the mode of operation, it will be continuous at these points. And at point 3, third bit, you will see that the drive operates in discontinuous conduction. It is on the left hand side of the boundary. So now we will consider each point and substitute. For first bit, see here, Ta is 30 and N is 424. Substitute this, you will get omega M and T. Okay, so from this you will find the formula. See here, RPM omega M into pi by 30, that is equal to, see here, omega M into pi by 30 is equal to, from equation 21, I will show you equation, wait. So equation 21, so see here, this is the equation 21. Omega M is equal, omega M, it's not clear, wait. So anyway, see here, omega m is equal to, this is equation 21, omega m is equal to 2 Vm by pi k cos alpha minus R2 by k square RA. RA by k square, not R2, RA by k square into TA. Okay, so if you substitute all the values here in equation 21, only cos alpha will be remaining. From this cos alpha, we have to show the value of alpha, right? So here 2 Vm by 2 Vm by pi into k into cos alpha. So 2 into Vm, Vm is 230 root 2 by pi into k 1.25 cos alpha minus 2 by 1.25 whole square into 30 t. Okay, so that gives 424 into pi by 30. Okay, that value. From that cos alpha you are getting 0.50. Okay, alpha, cos alpha value. So here see, omega m is equal to 2 Vm by pi into k cos alpha minus Ra by k square into 30 Ta. Okay, so after that you are getting this part. From here cos alpha is equal to pi gets upwards. So cos alpha is equal to 0.50. From here alpha is equal to 60 degrees. Clear? This is the alpha value for first problem. Same as this, we have to calculate for second and third problems. So see here, for second and third problems, for second problem, again from equation 21, we have to substitute that. Directly we can substitute this one. Here how they substituted means 424 into pi by 30. So 424 into pi by 30 is equal to, they made it. So omega m value is 424 into pi by 30. Okay, so same as this, we can do like that. Torque is 32, speed is minus 1178. So now minus 1178 into pi by 30, that gives 2 into Vm by pi into k cos alpha, 2 into Ra by k square. Okay, into t is also there here. Into t is also there. Okay, and from this we will get cos alpha as minus, as it is the minus value, we will also get the cos alpha as minus 0.5, or alpha is 120 degrees. And third bit same. So third bit, it is valid. Equation 3.19 is valid for both continuous and discontinuous mode. So from equation 3.19, previous classes we have discussed that equation also. VA, IA, RA, they have given the equation here. So no need to paste it again. So VA is equal to IA, RA plus E. That becomes, IA is written as TA by K here into RA plus E. So if you substitute, you will get VA as 128.2 volts. So in this present case, the conduction is discontinuous. So when the whether in if it is continuous, the mode of operation will be 1 or 3. If it is discontinuous, it will be 2 or 4. Right? So as it is a discontinuous mode, the value will be 2 or 4. So first alpha is calculated assuming the continuous code, continuous conduction, and after that it is finally calculated whether it is in discontinuous or continuous code. So from this 2 Vm by pi cos alpha is equal to 128. E is equal to 2 Vm by pi cos alpha. So from that, see here, E into pi by 2 into Vs is into cos alpha is equal to, we will get alpha as 51.7. Okay, so now gamma you have to find out, and we have to find whether alpha is greater than gamma. For gamma, sin inverse C by Vm. So 17.2. So alpha is how much? Alpha is 51.7 and gamma is 17.2. So it is clear that alpha is greater than gamma. Okay, so this is this effect of discontinuous conduction. To increase the VA for given alpha will be increasing alpha for a given VA. That means actually the value of alpha should be 51.7. But as we are taking in discontinuous conduction mode, we have to increase the value of alpha so that it will be motoring, it will be operating in mode 2, because in continuous means 4, discontinuous means 2, as it is discontinuous mode, because VA is increased. So we have to take compulsory in discontinuous mode. So whether in order to operate the motor in discontinuous mode, we have to make it alpha greater, more greater. So already we get 51.7, we have to make it more greater in order to operate the second mode. Okay, so substituting the values in equations 3.23 and 3.26. Already I have showed you equations 3.23 and 3.26 in before classes. So from this you will get, from these two equations, this is 3.23, this is 3.26 equation. So if you refer, you can see. So if from this we can say that alpha is 60 degrees and beta is 228 degrees. Okay. This is these are the problems on fully controlled rectifier. Now you will see problems on half controlled rectifier. Little bit adjustments in the formulas will be there and remaining all are same only. Okay, you will see one problem. A 220 volts voltage is given as 220 volts, 960 RPM speed and current is 12.8 Im. A separately excited DC motor has a armature circuit resistance and inductance of 2 ohms and 150 millihenries. So here also given resistance is 2 ohms and inductance is 150 millihenries. Again, you have to convert this milli into normal henries. 150 into 10 power minus 3. It is fed from a single phase half control rectifier with an AC source voltage. Again, the AC source voltage is 230 volts, 50 Hz. Calculate same bits which they were asking in fully controlled rectifier, but only change is this is changed to half control rectifier. That's all. Okay, so first bit, motor torque for alpha is equal to 60 degrees and speed for 600 RPM. Second bit for same alpha and speed and torque they have given 20 newtons per meter. So basically you have to find some basic problems, basic calculations we have to do, and after that you will go for bits what they have asked. Okay, so first we have to find out whether the motor will be operating in continuous or discontinuous conduction mode. Okay, for this we have to calculate the critical speed, which is separating the continuous and discontinuous modes. So separate critical speed omega mc's formula is this one, directly they gave formula. Okay, so RAVM by kz sin phi e power minus alpha cot phi minus sin alpha minus phi e power minus phi cot alpha by 1 minus e power minus phi cot alpha cot phi. Okay, so from this we get alpha is equal to tan inverse of this one. We know that alpha is equal to, first we have to find out the alpha. We know that alpha is equal to tan inverse of this one. From this alpha phi, sorry, alpha not phi. Phi is tan inverse of this one. So from this phi is, we are getting phi as 87.57 degrees. So from this phi we have to calculate cot alpha to substitute in this. So cot alpha is 0.04244 and e power minus pi cot alpha, this value this value is 0.8752 and e power minus alpha cot alpha phi is 0.9565 and z is we have to calculate. Remaining all are given. Z is r square plus x square. So x square is actually they have given 150 millihenries L. Actually omega L is equal to 2 pi of L. From this we have to find x. You will get x value as 47.12. So r square plus x square, you will get total root 47. Z is 47.17. And again you have to calculate the k also. K is formula E by omega m. So we have to know the E. E is 220 ohms minus IA into RA. IA is 112.8. RA is 2. So if you get this, you will get E 194.4. From this, K value is 194 by omega m. Okay, so 960 they have given RPM, radians per second. You have to convert into 2 pi by 60. You have to multiply, you will get radians per second, and that formula we have to take, that value we have to take. Okay, so if you take 2 pi by 60, see here 194.4 by 960 by 60 into 2 pi. That becomes 1.9337 K value. So substitute all the values here. So if you substitute this, first find out this one. RA Vm by Kz. RA is 2, Vm is 230 into root 2. Here AC voltage is given as 230. Peak value you have to take 230 into root 2 by K is 1.9337 into Z is 47.17. So total this value is 7.132 and remaining substitute here. Okay, sine phi is 87.57 e power minus alpha cot phi. Minus alpha cot phi, e power minus alpha cot phi is 0.95. Minus pi cot phi is 0.8. So substitute this. 0.95 minus sine alpha minus phi. Alpha is given 60, phi is taken as 87, form calculated as 87.57. So if you substitute, you will get 77.76 radians per second or 742.54 RPM. Okay, so what is the critical speed? It is 742. Actually, the motor speed given is 600 RPM, right? 600 RPM in first bit. So as the motor speed is less than the critical speed, the drive is operating under continuous. If it is greater than, it is discontinuous. If it is under, it is continuous. So for continuous conduction mode, we can write the formula VA is equal to Vm by pi 1 plus cos alpha. So from this you will get VA and E. Total E is equal to N2 by N1. N2 is 600 and N1 is 960 into 194. Normal even you are getting 194. 121.5 volts. So from this PA is equal to K into IA. IA means you know